the state of the judiciary in the United States, specifically with the Trump administration defying court orders, targeting judges. Are you concerned that any of this is bleeding into Canada? And can you also describe the state of relations between the Supreme Court of Canada and your counterparts in the U.S.?
Well, I think, I mentioned that because of our 150th anniversary, me and my colleagues, I've decided to visit 5 regions of the country. And we went to Victoria and went to Moncton. And every time we meet with the public, we meet with the high school students, with the local judiciary, and everybody asks me the same question, just that you just ask. To what extent what people observe going on outside of our country could happen, could occur in Canada. And I will not aim at a specific country. I will let the elected officials take care of politics. I'm only a judge. But the message that I gave and that I will give to people is that they should be prudent, of course, but they should be optimistic. There is no doubt that the rule of law and the judicial independence is under attack in many countries in the world. When you see governments attacking the media, attacking the judges, attacking the lawyers, and universities, of course, that means that there's a good chance that you are in front of a dictatorship, autocratic government. But there are many places in the world living through those events right now. And I think we have to be careful. So the message for the people is be careful, but be optimistic as well. Because in Canada, we have a strong legal system. We have our challenges, underfunding occasionally, delays, cost, but we have a strong judicial system. And we have good lawyers, good jurists across the country, well-trained. We have good law faculty, good law professors, great universities. We have good judges, well-trained judges, independent judges, impartial judges, and judges governed by ethical principles, which is not the case in many countries around us. And so that's why they should be optimistic about the future. But we have to defend those institutions. We have to defend the traditional media. We have to defend our courts. And we should not take anything for granted. But I think we should be optimistic. I think that the main stakeholders in Canada respect the separation of powers, respect judicial independence, and are happy to live in a country where the rule of law will prevail. Everybody is equal under the law. And, we live in a country where judges, there's a bilingualism in federal institutions. Judges, for the Supreme Court, for instance, we work in common law and civil law the same day, French, English. We provide our own knowledge if they want our knowledge and expertise to other legal systems in the world. Our jurisprudence at all levels are referred to by other countries in the world. We have a lot to offer. We have a lot to offer. And that's the message I give to the Canadian citizens.
Thank you. And yet here in Canada, we have seen political leaders criticize judges for granting bail, for example. And Ontario's premier even suggested that judges should be elected and held accountable for their actions. Do you think that's appropriate? And does that interfere with the independence of our judicial system?
Well, democracy, judicial independence, the rule of law are very sensitive issues, and we have to be very careful. I will not get into a debate with any statements of any politicians. It's not my role. I will let other elected officials do that work. But I understand that the Chief Justices in Ontario have issued a statement following some comments made about the value of judicial independence, and I support entirely their statement.